I totally forgot to record the intro to this, so I'm just gonna keep it natural. I'm gonna show you how to get these brows. And this one, this little guy has nothing. When you have literally no brows, insert picture. Stay tuned. Super easy, affordable, and it's not expensive. First, you're gonna need a brow lamination kit. I grabbed this off of Amazon. It's by CC Lash. I just felt like it had the best reviews and it wasn't crazy expensive. And then inside, you're gonna see it comes with cleanser, lifting. This is the activation. This is the conditioner. And then these little tools like spoolies, stuff like that. And then this is the kit right here that I got for the tint. And then it also comes with these 2 cups. That's really all you need for this. This little brush right here is my own to clean up the brow tint. I'll show you what I mean by that. So if you have one, that works out. If not, you can always use one of these guys from the package. I'm gonna show you how to set it all up. Here is the developer. So you just wanna open it up. Squirt some up in here. I kind of just go with it. I don't have a lot of brows, so if you want to open this up and only use half of it, you're more than welcome to. If you have more brows, you can use 2, totally up to you, but 1 goes a really long way. Oh, kind of got everywhere. I'm gonna put all this in here. Then you want to mix it up really good to where it's not all chunky. Also want to make sure you have some cotton balls and just a little bit of water. It doesn't have to be purified, anything fancy. So first off, I just want to tell you guys, give you guys a heads up. I've been growing my eyes out. I've been growing my eyebrows out with this Minoxidil, I don't know if I said that right. It's basically Rogaine for men. I get it off Amazon, really cheap. I'll put everything, all the details in the link below. So this one's like has a little bit more going on than this guy. This tail end has like nothing, like maybe a few baby hairs. This one's actually doing really well. It's like the most eyebrows I've ever had in my whole life. I'm really excited about it. And I gotta say though, it's actually harder because I've went so long with doing my eyebrows without having any that it's almost harder now that I do have them. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's really weird. Anyway, so first what you want to do is make sure you have really clean eyebrows. So I already washed everything off because I did have a little filler in. In the case comes the little baby cleanser. This is awkward and weird for me, but I'm going to show you how, if you can see, this one has a lot up here, but not too much going on back here. This one has more back here, and like we're missing a few up here and kind of under here. And so I'm just going to dip a little Q-tip into that and really make sure I scrub. Then you want to pull out this little activator. It's the adhesive. And we're going to start painting that on. I like to go in little sections first because it dries pretty quick. Then run it through with a spoolie, get it straight up. You're gonna think I'm freaking crazy for putting it straight up, but I promise you, it's not gonna look like that at the end. You can control them more at the end. You'll see what I mean, just trust me. Dip it back in and do the rest. And like I said, this one has a little bit more eyebrow hair, so if you don't have as much hair as I do in this brow, just fast forward a little bit and I'll show you my other brow where it has like nothing. Look at this little guy, how long he is. I'm so proud of him. Good job. Doing great, little guy. Doing great. I like to let mine sit for about 12 minutes, read the package, and decide what would work best for you. We're gonna take the one that says lifting, take a little bit of this, and this is where we're gonna start swiping it on. And use a generous amount. You don't wanna not use enough. I like to leave this on for about 12 minutes. On the package, it'll show you the recommended time for if you have really thick hair, thin hair, but I feel like 12 works for me. This one, like I said, nothing going on here, so I'm gonna do the same part with this one. This guy is already clean, so I'm just gonna dip the lifting serum in it and swipe up. And I'm just gonna swipe up over here too. Even though there's hair you can't see, this is a little bit of leftover tint. I'm still going to make sure I put that perm or the lifting on to really get them fully up, because like I said, when I'm done and I tint them, there's going to be hair there that was blonde that you can't see, and you're like, wow, I had no idea it was there. My 12 minutes is up for both of them, and this is where you kind of want to just make sure if there's any residue, just clean it off. Do the same thing over here. make sure they're nicely brushed through. Next up, we're gonna use the little blue bottle, and this is the setting, and you're basically gonna repeat the same steps and let it sit for 12 minutes. And I like to make sure I really get this because this is what it's gonna really set them in place. We will let this sit for about 12 minutes. Over here, I have some leftover tint too. I highly recommend that Rogaine too if you got no brows like me. It really made them come in. I started doing it, I would do it twice a day for like a month, and then when I really started noticing they were coming in, I would do it once a day, and then now I do it just a few times a week to kind of upkeep, but I do this one, if I remember more, just to try to really get these hairs to come in. And that's it for 12 minutes, and then we come back. So I'm back. This is where we get our cotton ball, just damp. We don't want it like drenched. And I'm just gonna rub them up, get them off, boom, boom. And then I like to take a dry one. And then you're gonna have some pretty little fluffy brows, but we're not done yet, so don't worry. Looks a little crazy. What I like to do is, I like to just start at the end, and because I like them a little bit darker back here, and then I'm gonna go to the front. And I like to really rub them in. Like I said, I take just an angled brush, clean it up so it doesn't dye our skin and look all crazy. If it's easier for you, definitely do some markings. Let it sit for like a minute or two if you have really blonde brows. If you've never done this before and your brows are basically virgin brows, I would not leave it on long. You can always check and add more. You can never really take away. That's much harder. So, and then what I'm going to do, take a clean wet cotton ball and just remove. You can see I already got a little bit of color. Really going to focus this over here. I'm basically going to glob it on. That's what I like to do because there's like nothing over there. I don't know what's going on down here. I had a lot of coffee today, so I kind of got the shakes, but it's fine. I feel good about it. I don't fucking know. I'm going to wipe it away, and that's what I do. I just wipe it away a few times till I get to like what I desire. I'm not done yet. Make sure this is nice and dry. It already looks like I have more brows. I love this. What I like to do, get my clean little spoolie guy. Ooh. Brush, 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 brush. Look, you can even put them down a little bit more if you don't want them up so far. Kind of like them like that. Alright, so we're all brushed, and then we'll put on the little conditioner, and that's going to make them nice and happy. Now, especially if you have sensitive skin, you want to use this. All you want to do is grab your favorite pencil, pen, whatever, and all I do is just darken up wherever I'm a little patchy. This one, we're still working on it, but it'll get there. So all I'm going to do is fill this little guy in, and what I like to do is take this Precisely My Brow Pen. It's like the tiniest one ever. It never steers me wrong. Then this guy down around, and then once you have this like down and around like your bottom, all I like to do is take it to the side and just flick, flick, kind of flick it up. That'll give you the illusion that there's still some brows there, and then the tint will give it a little texture, definition. I like to take this Benefit Brow Wax, and all you do is, of course, only where you actually have brow hair, you kind of put it into there. Like I said, you can bring them down. I'm going to let mine live their best life because it's been a minute. They've never lived a good life, so I'm just going to roll with it. And like I said, only put them where you actually have hair. But I really love them. I'm so happy. And if any bitch tries to come for me like they're not even, you can suck it because no brows are even. And this is honestly the most natural brows I've ever had in my whole life. Totally recommend this. So much cheaper, way quicker than going to any salon. I hate going to any salon because they take so long. It's torture. I'm really, really happy. So I hope this helps everyone. I know I watched a ton of videos, and I hope I can help somebody out there. I love you. Bye.